when you first met
Yeah, so David and I went to high school together. He was 2 years older than me, so he was a senior when I was a sophomore. And we went to church. We went to the same church, which is about 3 miles from here. So, and his family, on his mom's side, founded that church. His great-grandparents were original founders of it. So it's kind of cool. And so we met, we knew each other from high school. I remember he was a junior, I was a freshman. And one day he spoke to me in the hall, and he was pretty quiet. He was a quiet person. And so I told my friends, David Wood spoke to me. And they were like, ooh, aren't you the one? So anyway, that's how we met. This ground, part of this farm, was originally founded by David, my husband's great-grandfather. No, grandfather. Great-grandfather. They came here from Missouri. This is not going well. You want me to start up?
This is good. This is
Okay.
Good.
They came here from Nebraska in the 1940s. And he came first, the great-grandpa, Sam, came first, built a house, started farming ground. David's grandparents came. This is his dad's parents. They added some ground, and his great-grandpa built them a house, which is still on the farm today. Our son and daughter-in-law live in that house.
Well, it started with my great-grandfather, then my grandpa, my dad, and I. And it slowly built up a little bit with each generation. We bought the ground we're sitting on here when I was probably 12 years old. It was one of our last pieces we bought.
It started with our daughter Haley and our son-in-law Dustin looking for a place to have a commercial kitchen, maybe build a commercial kitchen for the business they had at the time. We said, well, you know, we have land, so maybe we should build it out here. We just started talking about it, and Haley and I just kind of looked at each other. We're like, if we're going to build a kitchen, we are going to build a venue and share the beauty that is out here.
We were all sitting there talking. This all happened in one night. And it hit me that, you know, there was going to be no more wood farmers. It was over. And this was a way to carry on the family business. I can never hold myself together when I tell that part of the story. Farming's changing a lot. Small family farm is a really hard thing to make happen anymore. And so I call myself a buffalo hunter because we're a thing of the past.
Dustin and Haley went home, and that night I sat down and I just drew what I envisioned in my mind that this building would look like. And I showed it to Haley the next day, and she was like, Mom, that is exactly what I envisioned. And it's just a perfect picture of how just God has been in the details and leading us in this whole process.
What's this place that you got here?
Ooh, you tell me. So I'm fifth generation on the farm. And I was curling my daughter's hair just this morning, and she was complaining and asking me, why do we have to go film this morning? Like, why do we have to go do this? I just want to be at home. And it's funny because you asked my dad if he could describe this place in one word. And my husband and I are both in the corner saying legacy. And when I was curling her hair this morning, that is exactly what I told her. I said, this is important because this is a family legacy. And it's not just our venue, it's not just our building, this is our family legacy, which means you are involved and you are an important part of our team. And that's why you have to be there, is because this is what our family does and you're in our family. And so to me, this huge, beautiful structure that we've designed and poured our heart into and built, and we cook for and we host people, it's all of those things, but it's the dirt under it is why we do what we do.
So I am the husband to Haley Lobb, the son-in-law to David and Jamie, and the dad of Ava Lop. We started out on this property with the food truck cooking meals. That business blew up, and I feel like somehow when that happened and it happened out here, we were like destined to come back for some weird reason, even though I had told my wife that I would never move back to the country because I had grown up in the country and I hated it. And so, yeah, I feel like that food truck being put out here first for some weird reason, God was like, you give me 5 years or 8 years or however long it was, and I'm gonna bring you back here, even though you don't think so.
I feel like I joke too much. Everybody's so more serious, but like my husband jokes with me all the time about Geico commercials. Like, you are your parents, and that's me in a nutshell. Like, I am the Geico commercial. I talk like my mom. I work like my dad. I problem solve like both of them. But lately, I've been describing myself as a gritty entrepreneur, and I think I'm 5 generations of that.
I'm Ava, and our family's been safe here, and I think we should have a good life, and everything, and many things have been really good. And I have a dog, and his name is Samson, and I saw this wood farms build, and I just thought it would be good to just see my whole family, and I think it's really good to see my whole family, maybe, or part of my family. And this family is having a long time to go, and I see them a lot.
Okay, good. You see mommy and daddy together a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel about them?
Good.
Good. What's your favorite thing about mommy and dad?
I hug them.
So for me, the best, it wasn't a wedding, it was the event. It was actually my in-laws' anniversary. And I can't tell you what the date was, but it was like all purple, like when they got married. My wife set it up so good. And it was like getting married and saying I do is like awesome. But like having someone that's been through all the good, the bad, and like stuck together was like the most important thing. Like the most memorable for me. Like seeing somebody that's like so many years down the road and like they're like still love each other, they still miss each other. Like when one of them's not around, it's like they don't know what to do without each other. And so to celebrate all those years was impactful.
Why should a couple that is starting a new life together come to you guys for, that unity, to start that unity?
So I don't know what it is, again, about the ground. This is a beautiful, beautiful building. We could talk all day about actually like planning the wedding and how it can be anybody's style, and we can talk about all of those things. But I remember the farmhouse that was on this property. I wasn't born in the house, but that's where we lived when I was born, and up until I was about 3. And after that, we had a lot of family members and friends who also had lived in that house at one point. And it's one of those things that whoever lived there or whoever was coming to visit, there is a peaceful presence on this property, in this space, on the land that has just always been there. And people don't want to leave, and it feels good, and the air feels clear, and it feels like you can breathe here. And it just is this, this beautiful way to gather people here and make incredible memories. It's like the perfect jumping off point for the rest of your life. And I think that people make incredible memories on this land, and they always have. It's literally like a generational blessing.
Oh, I feel like it looks great, and it just sort of fits into the landscape, and it's made a way so we don't have to sell the ground down below, and we can keep it looking like a farm longer. Yeah, you got to adjust to the times. That's why we built this building, because the small farm doesn't work so much. So we built this building to add into the farm, to make it all continue to work. And you're going to have to adjust. Instead of saying, gosh, I hate how this valley's growing, you're going to have to take advantage of it.
Okay, so there was a house that sat on the south end of the building here, and when David and I were first married in 1984, that's the house we moved into, and it was 120 years old at the time. So it had been owned by a family called the Brady family, and so this was called the Brady Place, and they were really short people, and all the doorways were really short, and anybody who was really tall came over had to duck to go through them, but it was the cutest little house. So it's neat to just have this where that house was and where we lived when we were first married. And yeah, it was a very private. Everybody who came was like, wow, it's just so quiet here and so lovely.